Have you ever wanted to create a masonry layout? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this masonry layout. You could use it for gallery or post, and I'm going to show you how to do it with CSS only. And not just that, it is going to be auto-responsive. Now let's take a look at it. Unlike the flexbox or grid layout, the masonry layout doesn't force equal height to its child element. Therefore, they fit into the available space. So I'm going to show you how to create this, and take note, it's going to be auto-responsive. Now you're going to be able to do this without writing any media query. Let's jump into Oxygen and see how it is done. First thing, add a section and then add a div. And this is going to be a masonry wrapper. Give it a class of masonry container. I'm just going to rename that to masonry container. I'm going to set the width to 100%. Next, add a div, and that is going to be a masonry item. I'm going to give it a class of masonry item. Let's go ahead and set up the card design. I'm going to drop in an image. I have Swiss Knife on this installation, and it has a great feature which allows you to pull in images from unsplash.com. So I'm going to just click that, and it's going to randomly pull in an image. I'm going to use that. I think I don't like that one. I can click again to see if I'll have something else. That's fine. I'm going to give that image a class. I'm going to call it masonry image, and then I'm going to drop a div inside. Again, I'm going to call that div masonry content wrap. Inside, I'm going to add a heading, and then I'm going to add a text. Okay, so I'm going to just rename this to my heading, and then I'm going to copy some lorem ipsum and populate this text field. Alternatively, I can just insert it from a Swiss Knife feature that allows you to insert some paragraph. Next thing we're going to do is select the masonry container. I'm going to go to custom CSS, and I'm going to set it to display block. Now I know there's option to choose display block here, but I don't want to come here because I'm going to be writing a couple of other CSS, so I want everything to be the same. To start setting up our masonry columns, I'm going to write columns. Now the first value is going to be the minimum width, and then the next value is going to be the number of columns. So the minimum width is going to be actually, so you have to add a unit there. Now let's go back here. So everything looks weird. Don't worry about that. I'm going to add a class to this. So I'm just going to call it masonry title, and I want to add a class to this as well, masonry text. Let me go ahead and reduce that. And then for this, I want to give it a font size of 14, 1.4 rem. Okay, maybe 1.6, but let's leave 1.4. And then I want to give this a bottom margin. Now, if you notice, we have just one element, one child element, but you see that this has broken into 3 parts. And if we had enough content here, let me insert other element. You see, we have just one element, but this has gone ahead to fill the 4 columns because we have set 4 columns here. Now, this is not the behavior we want. In order to solve this, I'm going to select that div and go into custom CSS, and I'm going to type break inside, avoid, and that fixes the problem. So this will no longer break onto the next line. Let's go ahead and delete this text and just insert one paragraph. Probably delete the. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and style the card. I'm going to go in, select the card, go here and set the overflow to hidden. I'm going to go to the border and set the border radius to 10 pixel, and then I'm going to select this one, and that is the content wrap. I'm going to give it a padding of 2.2 rem all around. Then for the main container, I want to give it a nice border. So I'm going to give it 1 pixel solid and something like that. So let's see how it looks. Okay, that looks good. And for the container, the section, I just want to give it a background color, something a little bit off white. Then for this, I'm going to give it a background of white. That looks good. And for this heading, I think I want to take it down a little bit, say 2.8 rem. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this div a couple of times. If you notice, the masonry has a gap, but it has the column gap by default, and that is about 15 pixels, and it doesn't have a row gap. Now, in order to give it a row gap, we will need to give these items a margin bottom. But to keep it consistent, let's do it like this. I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to declare a local variable. I'm going to call it -- gap, and then I'm going to give it 1.5 rem. Now, that is just a variable. Now, so to control the gap that we have, like I said, it already has a gap, but we want to be able to control that gap and determine just how much gap it is. And I'm gonna write gap. Now if I write 2 rem, you can see it increases. If I write, let's say 4 rem, you see it increases. Okay, so what I'm going to do, that instead of using rem, I'm going to use that variable. So I'm just going to say var gap, and then that gives me the gap. So if I come here and change this to 2, it increases. Now the advantage of that is we're going to use the same variable for the margin bottom. So we're going to go into the masonry item, and then we're going to go to the margin bottom and paste that. So we have a consistent gap. So if we want to change the gap, all we need to do is to go in here and change from that variable, and it changes both the gap and the margin bottom. So if I want 4, so it changes everything at once. So let me take it back to 1.5. Now to get a masonry effect, you need your content to be uneven. I want to be setting different images. Good thing I'm going to be able to do that easily with the help of Swiss knife feature. So I'm going to click here to add a different image, and hopefully I get different sizes each time. I'm going to just come here and I'll be selecting different images. Okay, so I've gone ahead to insert images of different sizes, of different heights actually. And then that is when you begin to see the masonry effect in action. So I'm going to save this, and we're going to take a look at it at the front end and see how it behaves. So we have this masonry layout. Now if I check the responsive, you can see that as we reduce the screen width, you see it automatically snaps and stack at the lower breakpoints, so you can see how responsive it is. Now what happens here is because we've set a minimum width of 28, let's select that container. So this first value gives us the minimum width. So if you want it to be 250, you can set that to be 250. So when we reduce the viewport, and when the items get up to 250, they will collapse onto the next line and they won't get smaller. So that's how to create a masonry layout in Oxygen Builder using CSS. If you think this was useful and you think you're going to use it in any project, please write it in the comment. Let me know what you want to use it for. Is it for gallery? Do you want to use it for a post? What do you think is the best way to implement this kind of layout? Let us know in the comments. If you want to learn more about layout techniques, check out this video right here where I covered Flexbox layout and other layout techniques. And one more thing, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day.